It's Black History Month, and a lot of you may not know this, but I'm very passionate about international affairs. I currently work in international affairs, so I figured I will put the two together for this video and talk about a current event in international affairs related to sub-Saharan Africa. And I would like to be a little bit educational because it relates to finance or international finance. So, Luanda leaks. This was a big thing that happened at the latter part of January. And this is similar to the Panama Papers and the Watergate scandal, where a lot of private documents were released, and actually the woman known as Africa's richest woman, there are a lot of reports that she committed fraud and embezzlement. And this is Isabel dos Santos. She's the former president of Angola's daughter. For those who don't know too much about Angola, it's at the southern part of the continent of Africa, and it's on the west coast. Angola is an oil-rich country. It actually produces the second largest amount of petroleum next to Nigeria on the continent. Angola was colonized by the Portuguese, therefore one of their national languages is Portuguese. And people believe that many Brazilians derive from Angola. As we know, Brazil has the largest population of black people outside of Africa. The first enslaved people taken to the shores of Virginia were from the land that is now known as Angola. Angola ranks pretty high on Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index, and this shows how many shady business dealings there are, how much low-level as well as high-level corruption happens. Luanda is the capital of Angola. Although 2/3 of the population of Angola lives on less than $2 a day, the cost to rent out a flat in Luanda, which is the capital, costs about $13,000. This is how it was back in 2017. Prices have adjusted a little bit, but it's still a super expensive city, especially for most of the population. So, the Luanda Leaks documents, Isabel dos Santos was accused of embezzlement and fraud. And it's an international discussion or a lot of allegations because consulting companies, different bankers and financiers were allegedly involved in moving some of her money and hiding it. She was in charge of Sonangol, which was the parastatal that was in charge of all business dealings with international oil companies and Angola. At this point, Isabel has denied all allegations. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. The current president of Angola, João Lourenço, he's actually being celebrated because people see him as a reformist who is trying to take corruption out of Angola as well as diversify the economy. Get your money up the legal way, and let's continue to discuss black facts. Let's continue to educate ourselves, continue to learn more. There's a lot of information, a lot of current events happening outside of our cities, outside of the countries we live in. So let's discuss. We have a lot to learn from one another.